On the debate tonight, the BJP wages a fresh war against the Karnataka government. BJP's Operation Lotus.
Even now, what we understand is that DK Shivkumar, including the Chief Minister of the state as well as the Deputy Chief Minister Dr. G. Parameshwara, they are very confident even though two of them have withdrawn their support.
In a blow to the Congress-JDS coalition in Karnataka, two independent MLAs have withdrawn support to the ruling government headed by H.D. Kumaraswamy and joined hands with the BJP.
As an independent, I've experienced it's a suffocating atmosphere. So I decided to go with BJP to install a stable government.
With the new attack, the BJP's game plan is to form the government in Karnataka or crush the Congress and the JDS Gathbandhan government and force fresh elections. The BJP, which is camping in Gurugram with its 101 MLAs, promises to pull more rabbits out of its hat and to crush the present government. The Karnataka Congress Party's backroom strongman, DK Shivakumar, alleges that the BJP is also holding Congress MLAs in an undisclosed location.
The government will be stable. It will be for 5 years under the leadership of Mr. Kumaraswamy. Nothing is there. We don't want to involve with their politics. We are only interested in the people of our state and our government.
The Chief Minister meanwhile maintains that there is no threat to his government and two MLAs resigning means little to his government.
It is stable government. Why do you worry about my government? I know what BJP friends are doing.
As Karnataka politics takes centre stage once again, Mirror now asks, can the BJP form the government in Karnataka? And will Karnataka's political drama have national impact? Let's debate.
So, the Karnataka government has been in place for several months and there could be two possible solutions. The independents who have left this government, as you heard yourself, said that it's a suffocating experience. The two parties are not on the same page about anything and MLAs are not being treated with respect. So, is it out of frustration that they have walked out? Or is someone trying to topple the Karnataka government? And in that case, why? Joining me on the show, Vivek Reddy, spokesperson of the BJP, Sabina Sultana for the Congress, T.R. Prasar Gowda, spokesperson of the JDS, Karthik Shekhar is the Citizen Voice, Shikha Mukherjee, senior journalist, and Javed Ansari is a senior journalist. I welcome all of you to the conversation. But my question here, more importantly, will be simply this. Where does this leave the citizens of Karnataka? And how is this government ever going to get to work if all you're ever doing is hiding your MLAs from each other and trying to keep together a government that seems weak? Where does this leave the citizen? And my first question is to Sabina Sultana of the Congress. Sabina, is the government stable? And is the Congress in Karnataka likely to lose 5 or 6 of your MLAs by the end of the week?
The Chief Minister, who's the captain of the ship, has expressed his confidence, saying that our government is going to be stable.
Okay.
There are attempts made by the BJP. There is the Operation Kamala version 3, which is started by them. In fact, the entire 104 MLAs have been lodged at a luxurious resort at Gurugram, spending 40,000 each on the rooms. Where is the money coming in from? What are they so desperate about? Why are they involving in such a horse trading? Why aren't they letting the Karnataka government, which is a coalition government, to be stable and to work with all freedom? If they are the single largest party in the state, why aren't they gracious enough to let us work and work for the people of Karnataka?
Well, is it true, first of all, Sabina Sultana, that 5 of your MLAs are missing?
I think all the senior leaders on your TV channels have explicitly confirmed that the MLAs are in touch with us. 3 of them who claim to be in Mumbai. I don't know the sources, the media is saying so, out of which Mr. Anand Singh, whom also was said to be away, has gone and met Mr. DK Shivakumar at his residence in the morning. So such speculations, let are only speculations, and we do not have any threat, and our government is stable enough, and we are confident in completing the 5-year term unless and until
Okay, so tell me
BJP
this.
does such cheap tactics, which is uncalled for.
Ms. Sultana, tell me this. H. Nagesh and R. Shankar, the two independents who've pulled their support from the government, have made statements to the press today saying, and I quote, that there is no respect for MLAs in this government, that the two parties in the coalition are not on the same page about anything, and there's a lot of confusion. It's a suffocating environment, which is why they are leaving the government. What is your response to that? How is anybody supposed to function in a suffocating environment?
Faye, they've always been independent MLAs. They have the independent authority and they are independent decision makers, unlike the Congress and the JDS MLAs. If they've decided to be with us, they are welcome. If they decide to be outside the government and they would want to resign, they're also welcome for that. We cannot force, and Congress as a party would not involve in such a forceful tactic as what the BJP is doing.
Vivek Reddy of the BJP, is the BJP attempting to horse trade MLAs out of the government?
Well, Faye, if you look at the substantial or a dominant reason as to why MLAs are walking out of the Congress and independents who so fervently supported the coalition are walking out of the coalition, there is an eruption point. There is a boiling, the pot was boiling because they were totally dissatisfied with the way this coalition was advancing. And they were also dissatisfied with the way the coalition was handling inner contradictions. There is public spat every other day in the coalition. It was a big tamasha in Karnataka and it was extremely unstable. So the eruption point came about when the minister, when they expanded the ministry. Upon expansion, it was found that several people who expected ministries did not get those ministries, and they were all totally neglected. In such an environment, they have come out of the entire coalition. Today, a number of MLAs have exhibited the banner of revolt. So they are the reasons as to why they have to ask themselves, you know, apart from merely stating in the outside that it is a stable formation, we will continue to run for 5 years and affirming the impossible. They have to ask the reason as to why MLAs have walked out of their doors from the coalition. That is the sad situation that is developing in Karnataka. It was simmering since the past 7 months. It was extremely unstable and people had had enough of it, more than the MLAs. Even the people of Karnataka have had enough of it. There was a time when there is a time when the people have lost patience. And that is what has happened in Karnataka today. That's a sad state of political affairs.
Well, Vivek Reddy, I'm not sure if you can hear me right now, but the question is this. A BJP leader in Karnataka called Ram Shinde has made a statement saying the Operation Lotus will be successful in the state. Now, Operation Lotus refers to the 2008 operation conducted by BJP with an attempt to bring as many of the MLAs on its side as possible. If Ram Shinde is confirming that Operation Lotus is in fact at play in the state, doesn't this mean that Karnataka MLAs are being poached by the BJP? And why are you attempting to poach now, so many months after the election and the government was formed? Is this an attempt, Vivek Reddy, to prove that coalitions are not stable and to encourage people across the country not to vote for coalitions in the next election?
Well, I think, Faye, you may be right. Perhaps if the Janata Dal and the Congress coalition did not have the tamasha and circus that had gone about since the past 7 months. The inner contradictions, the inner friction, the divisions were too much for them to hold on. And that is the illustration, that is the grand illustration that they have given to the country. In fact, the BJP need not show that this Gathbandhan will work or not. They are showing it themselves. It's a very poor reflection of how a state
so
must
answer
be
the question,
governed,
Vivek
and
Reddy.
how family interests, personal interests, ministerial interests, various interests get together, and it would be impossible to govern and serve the people.
So here's
that
the question,
is what Karnataka
Vivek
stands
Reddy,
out
is
today
the BJP
as
attempting
an exhibition
to poach?
of the circus.
What does Ram Shinde mean when he says Operation Lotus will be successful in the state? What Operation Lotus is he referring to?
Well, the it is the Congress that is out to poach the BJP MLAs. When once this rebellion, banner of revolt came about, then the Congress and JDS are now trying to stitch in or trying to patch up this coalition through the BJP. They are trying to get members from the BJP to patch up the coalition and get the numbers on the floor. So therefore the BJP had to safeguard itself. The Operation Kamala or whatever that you call it, I think first of all the inner seeds of dissension within the coalition, that must be set right.
Okay, all right. Let me bring in the rest of the panel.
Now it is open for them to set it right.
T.R. Prasad Gowda joins us as well from the JDS. Mr. Prasad Gowda, is your government stable right now? Are you still afraid of losing those 5 MLAs? And most importantly, is it true that the two parties are not on the same page about anything?
Even now, we are very confident that our party is very stable and our coalition partners are very much intact. We are all intact. Hello. And we are definitely will be intact for 5 years. One more thing, at this juncture of time, I would like to tell you one thing to the whole country. And it is very ridiculous on the part of Modi ji as a Prime Minister of this country. He himself has started destabilizing one state government as a Prime Minister of this country. It is a very shameful act for Modi ji at this point of juncture. Just to he cannot have a face to Lok Sabha elections.
First, look at your own house, sir, Mr. Prasad Gowda. Before blaming Mr. Modi, look at your own house. It is
gentlemen,
your own house is ruined.
If JDS and Congress go together,
very shameful condition
for the elections,
your own
they will come to single digit. They cannot even win 2 to 3, seats in Karnataka.
No, but yeah, okay, all right, Mr. T.R. Prasad Gowda, Mr. Gowda.
To Delhi, staying there.
Okay, Mr. Gowda,
And it is a very shameful act.
Is it not true?
And world is seeing, whole world is laughing at Modi ji now.
Mr. Gowda, one nimsha kelkuli.
As far as our government is concerned, we are, yes.
Mr. Gowda, here's the question. Is it not true that your government has been battling
Chief Minister
rumors
has declared himself to be a clerk. What should the world say?
1 second, Vivek Reddy, I'll ask the questions. Is it not true that your government has been battling rumors and reports about dissonance between the two parties? Your two parties have been very unhappy with each other for the last 10 months.
Can you ask me again? Can you come back to me again?
The two parties have been very unhappy with each other, and you've been firefighting problems between your MLAs for the last several months since you formed the government. So you could blame the BJP as much as you want. The truth is, this is a coalition that's been in trouble from day one.
Let me answer to you to this. You have a very valid question. See, as far as MLA is concerned, with JDS, everybody is intact. And even in Congress, everybody is intact.
Let's go straight. One second. Let's go straight to Mr. Deve Gowda, who's speaking right now.
JDS members are all here. We are not going to shift them. They are in their own villages to perform this great festival. And even the Congress MLAs have not gone anywhere. Except Belgaum, a family dispute, 2 or 3 MLAs are there. And Kumaraswamy has also contacted them in phone. They said we are not going to BJP. They have made it amply clear. So now I don't know what drama. Tomorrow Yediyurappa is going to take oath. Day after tomorrow. 18th is the deadline. And the 2 independent MLAs, they are not the MLAs, the party, any party. They are independents. There is no need to give so much of hike. Oh, 2 members withdrawn. It's all media wants to play a certain role for the pleasure of the people of this Karnataka. And all this is hype given by the media.
Sir, everybody knows, even the whole nation knows it's a coalition government. The numbers place 37 plus 1. It is a JDS number. it is not the Deve Gowdaji's number, it is the number of the JDS party. Another side, the number of the Congress party, where 80, it includes, and you pass the mark of the 113. And another side, BJP is saying, and confidently some of the BJP MLAs are clearly clarifying that we are going to form the government in Karnataka. It is a number game, and how they are going to be succeed, and how will you see this, sir?
It is a simple answer. First of all, they have to keep their own members together. That shows they were unable to have an united the team of their own. And the version given by the so-called the leader of the party, Yediyurappa, to say 3 people are in Bombay and some people are unknown place. That the known place for him, the names of the members also known for himself, not for others. Sir, all this bullshit is totally, nobody is going to trust and nobody have got the confidence in that party. Why should they go? They are now have all privileges and the government is their own side and Kumaraswamy is doing well. They were unable to tolerate.
So will it be the stable government? Because even before from the first day,
nothing is going to happen. Mark my words, even it is going to last full term of 5 years.
Sir, BJP got 104 numbers. They need very few numbers, that means 13 to 14 numbers, 14 MLAs to form, to make that you fail. Is it possible?
Where is it? Who is prepared to go? Who can trust Yediyurappa first? Who has left Bharatiya Janata Party, formed his own party? Say, I know the background. I do not want to make much comments against a party which has got 104 members. But the point is, it has become every day a laughing stock. Go on, tomorrow it is going to... And the Karnataka media, the regional medias are every day making all this type of cock and bull stories.
Sir, when it comes to Yediyurappa's comment, I'll repeat that. I'll quote it. He said that we are not indulging in these kind of horse trading, but JDS is indulging. Another side, Mr. Deve Gowdaji is indulging in horse trading. They are contacting our Kalburgi MLA. They are contacting our MLAs and all these things.
Which MLAs?
He said.
I don't know their names at all. Please. I am not bothered about who is who, what is what. Please. I have never stooped to that level in my political career. When I want to step down, I have stepped down. Even in my own party, they have removed me and I was resigned twice. I am not a power-hungry politician. Please pardon me. I'm never in my life, never in my life, I searched for power. If it comes to me by the grace of God, I will receive it with joy and serve the people. Otherwise, no. I'm not a power. I'm never in my life, 60 years, nearly 6 decades I am in public life. I maintained certain political standards. Never.
Sir, some of the sources before said that Kumaraswamy was said that he's working as a clerk. Another side, the developments in the Congress party where Dr. G. Parameshwar, DK and Siddaramaiah, they are just ruling S.D. Kumaraswamy. All these developments, how do you think it is bringing to this situation, sir?
Please, see, our party MLAs met together to discuss about how we have to fight the future parliament elections. The issue raised by our own party MLAs, I was sitting there. Before we go to the election, we want to start some new works in every constituency. All those works which is sanctioned by the previous government, they are on the field. But our government, when we have been elected, there is not even a single new work, either roads or drinking water projects. Like they are all expressing their grievances. Kumaraswamy, it was discussed for more than 3 hours. I was watching everything. I was a silent spectator. One stage Kumaraswamy said, see, I have made a commitment to waive the loan, nearly 2 lakhs, to the farmers' crop loan. So, on one side, the Congress took a decision under the leadership of Siddaramaiah, all those works which have been sanctioned and all those schemes, populist schemes, whether it is the Milk Bhagya or Akki Bhagya or Indira Canteen, like this, he has sanctioned so many programs. Not a single work should be stopped.
Right.
All those.
All right. So that's former Prime Minister H.D. Devegowda, I beg your pardon, Kumaraswamy's father, the patriarch of the JDS, who's speaking to ANI, I believe, from his home, saying very clearly that there is no dissonance whatsoever within the JDS, and as far as the Congress and the JDS are concerned, they have maintained all of their projects that the Congress government started, and they're actually working quite well together. He also said that nobody would cross over to the BJP because he didn't believe that any of his MLAs trusted the BJP, or specifically the BJP leader Yediyurappa in the state of Karnataka, enough to make that crossover. To go to our non-political voices, Javed Ansari first. Mr. Ansari, good evening. Interesting tone there from Mr. Devegowda. He also mentioned something about, I would be willing to take any mandate that the people give me. A hint, perhaps, at Prime Ministership in the next election. But he did seem fairly confident about keeping his troops in a row.
Yes, indeed, he did. And I've had occasion to interact with senior Congress leaders in the course of the day here in Delhi, and all of them seem pretty confident, pretty sanguine. They believe this is a storm in a teacup, that nothing much will happen. There is, of course, the reasons for whatever is happening is obvious. The BJP, this is a part of BJP's attempt to try and destabilize the Karnataka government ahead of the Lok Sabha polls, so that then they can go around saying that, look, these coalitions are inherently contradictory, inherently unstable. They couldn't run a state government in Karnataka, leave alone running one at the center. This is also an attempt to they're hoping that once the government comes apart, this coalition this alliance between these two partners will come unstuck ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. Because if JDS and Congress, if this alliance holds in the Lok Sabha elections, then the BJP will find itself in a very, very difficult situation in Karnataka. So the BJP's reasons for doing what they are doing is pretty obvious, irrespective of what they may say. But Congress leaders, as also JDS, extremely confident. They believe nothing much will happen, that beyond these two, there will be no other damage or erosion in their ranks. Faye?
Well, that's an interesting point of view. Shikha Mukherjee is also a senior journalist. Shikha Mukherjee, we saw, is this really an attempt by the BJP to form a government in Karnataka, or is it an attempt to show that coalitions are no good?
Both, I would assume. The BJP certainly is not doing this to merely demonstrate that coalitions are inherently unstable and that coalitions are so-called khichdi sarkars which cannot last. They are majboor sarkars, the kind of language that's being used. Majboor versus majboot. Helpless versus powerful, but that's rhetorics. But having said that, the BJP, at the moment of the birth of the JDS Congress Alliance government in Karnataka, sort of prophesied that it would not last, that it would collapse by its own contradictions, that it would be unstable and that there would be so much dissension within that coalition that it would not be able to function. Therefore, the BJP's current exercise is twofold. One, it is trying to demonstrate that it is the majboot side of politics in India, whereas all coalitions are majboor and helpless. And at the same time, the BJP is certainly not doing this only as a demonstration. It would very much like to topple a government and acquire power in Karnataka, thereby proving to any doubters and fence-sitters amongst voters that it really is the powerful party in India.
Also, Karthik Shekhar joins us. Karthik is the Citizen Voice in Bangalore. Karthik, as a fellow citizen of the state of Karnataka, this is really depressing to actually have been through the process of voting, electing a government. Enough drama happened when this government was taking office. And then finally, after several swearing in, several options, permutations and combinations, we have a government. But it just is not, it's refusing to settle down. Where does this leave the citizen? How do you feel as a citizen, Karthik?
I feel very much cheated. First of all, should I have voted? So when somebody asks me, you should vote, should I actually vote for somebody? And what gives them authority to resign or switch over from one party to another party? And both of JDS and Congress fought each other. They came in an unholy alliance. And now, again, this whole trauma. And at the end of this whole bargain, again, they are going to resign. If they resign, it's the taxpayers' money which is being lost. Is there some accountability at all, is my question to them.
Well, that's a very good question, and I like questions from the citizens the most. So our phone lines are also open for citizens who want to ask questions, not just from Karnataka, but from all over the country. Here's the question then to those sitting in government. Ms. Sultana, the question to you. Where is the accountability to the people who voted for you, who expected a government to simply function? How much more of this drama are we going to have to put up with? Why can't Kumaraswamy and the Congress just keep your troop together?
So, Fred, that's exactly what we are asking the BJP also. Why are they indulging in horse trading? Why aren't they allowing us to work in the manner we are supposed to be working?
Well, you know what? Before I take that question to the BJP, I have people on the phone line with similar questions to ask. Chinmay on the phone line from Bangalore. Chinmay, if you can hear me, go ahead, please.
Yeah. See, definitely this is a very completely wrong on the image of Karnataka. The people of Karnataka doesn't deserve this.
Yes.
And we voted for the stable government, which will be on the thinking of development of a state or a development of a country. That makes the country very powerful. And these politicians are not thinking on those lines, and they are bothered about making politics. They can go to some other country, enjoy the things over there, and the people of Karnataka are suffering from water, especially in my native. There is no water and it's been drought hit. And this is not we are expecting from the Karnataka government, present Karnataka government, and we are totally unhappy for it.
Well, T.R. Prasad Gowda of the JDS, please respond to an unhappy citizen who voted for you, gave you some sort of mandate and is now unhappy.
So, our government and our CM is working, day and night to sort out the issues of farmers and sort out the issues of water disputes across the states. And only thing is, and he is bringing lot of policies to strengthen the lifestyle of the people of Karnataka. Only problem here is that BJP is not allowing us to work properly because they are not able to see, because they are ruling all over many states in the country, and they are not allowing us to do the work, and they wanted to destabilize on ahead of Lok Sabha elections. They have fear only on account that they will going to lose these Lok Sabha elections. They will come to only 2 to 3 seats in the state, and they are not allowing the Kumaraswamy to perform to his potential. Our Kumaraswamy is very much potential. He can deliver the things. he can deliver the things or whatever Chinmay told.
Well, you
So
know,
I can assure
Vivek
him,
Reddy, is
he
this
can
true?
do
Are you
your
attempting to
expectations.
destabilize?
Only thing, BJP is not allowing us to work.
Is it true the BJP is not allowing the Karnataka government to work? Why not?
Well, it's good Mr. Prasad Gowda and Shabia Sultana are trying to push the blame to BJP. I mean, that's how the Gathbandhan works. That's the sad story. The word helpless, coined by the earlier panelist, is really correct. This is how
It's quite
their own
evident.
responsibilities are shifted.
No, one at a time, please. One at a time.
And they say that it is the BJP which is the cause for this. Why are you helpless? You are in the seat of governance. You are in the seat of government. You have all the power within you. You are mandated to serve the people. Instead of serving the people, you are taking governance to the most degraded levels, as Chinmay pointed out. The problem here, Faye, is this.
Yes.
The problem that is plaguing this Mahagathbandhan is this. One, there is on one hand familial interests, the interests of a family that has to be protected through this Mahagathbandhan. Second is there are personal interests of a range of leaders. There are various power centers in a coalition. All the power centers need to be satisfied. Dissatisfaction of one power center means that they will pull the whole thing down. So therefore, the coalition is always on a line of instability, on a highway of instability. And there things are very volatile. Little egos that prick also will result in the collapse of the coalition. Whether India requires this form of governance, well, the Gathbandhan here at Karnataka has proved that this sort of a Kutumba governance, that is the family governance.
One second, no. This is unfortunately back and forth. Javed Ansari, and I want to bring in my non-political voices. Just 1 second. Javed Ansari, this is the unfortunate part, and I completely agree with Karthik here. Where does this leave the citizens? Back and forth between three parties. There doesn't seem to be any settling down.
Well, certainly this is not what the citizens voted for. This is not what they bargained for, and the electorate or the people of Karnataka certainly deserve better. The onus is on political parties, those trying to destabilize and those who have a mandate to govern. All of them need to honor the sentiments in the sensitivities of the voters. They voted for a 5-year government. Now that you have a government in place, it's only proper that you allow it to run its course. You have to accept this is not the first time that post-election coalitions have been formed, post-election alliances have been formed. The BJP has done it did it with the PDP in Kashmir. They've done it with JDU in the state of Bihar. So for the BJP to cite this as a post-election thing is a lame excuse. The people of Karnataka certainly deserve better. They deserve a stable state government, and the onus is on all the political parties to ensure that it happens.
Well, Vivek Reddy, I want you to respond to what Javed Ansari has said, that this is not a Karnataka thing. This is something the BJP has done in other states as well. You've destabilized other alliances, haven't you?
Well, Nitish Kumar had, Mr. Javed Ansari is citing Bihar. Nitish Kumar had a big problem in allying with Mr. Lalu Prasad because there was a huge criminal track record. And it was no longer possible for Mr. Nitish Kumar to ally with him. When you have so much of criminal baggage and you are convicted, the leader is convicted, can you expect an ally to identify himself with those criminal acts by allying with them? That is why Nitish Kumar had inevitably purified the alliance and aligned with BJP, which was a more sanctimonious alliance. Therefore, kindly don't cite Bihar as an example of destabilization. Kindly look at Karnataka, Mr. Javed Ansari here. Overnight, the earlier people, Janata Dal and Congress were fighting as sharks in the political field, battlefield. Overnight, can you expect them to be like dolphins or like, peaceful fish, living with each other? It is not possible. That's what this coalition has shown. And one more thing, Mr. Ansari, is that if in one place like Karnataka, with one familial interest, this is a problem. Just imagine the whole of India.
No, let me ask you this question. All right, Vivek Reddy, fair question.
On what amount of volatility and instability would India have to run to?
All right,
India doesn't require
Vivek Reddy, let me ask you this question. Let's assume, hypothetically speaking, the BJP manages to topple the existing JDS Congress government. Will Mr. Yediyurappa become the chief minister from the BJP? Is he still your chief ministerial candidate? Because the people of Karnataka should know.
Well, that has to be decided by the legislative party of the BJP. We don't know. If at all we reach such a situation, just as they say that we have to, let's talk about it when we cross the bridges. Where if and ever we reach such a situation, I think it's the legislative party which has to decide. And Mr. Yediyurappa at present is a man who is the leader of the party. And definitely there are more pointers. I can only say there are more pointers and suggestions in his favor only.
In his favor. So basically you're telling me, that while you fought the elections, he was your chief ministerial candidate. He was then the chief minister sworn in for a couple of days. And he still remains your biggest ask on chief ministerial candidate. It should be very, very clear to you why the people of Karnataka did not vote for him. But let me ask Karthik Shekhar, who's the citizen voice. Karthik Shekhar, respond to Vivek Reddy saying that in spite of everything, Yediyurappa will still be the chief ministerial candidate for the BJP if this comes to play.
It may be. I said it may be.
Maybe. All right.
Maybe. We have seen it, whether it is BJP here or anywhere, there will be a big rat race to who will be the chief minister, which minister. Even before what BJP is doing now, according to JDS and Congress, there was a whole lot of fight among themselves because some of them MLAs wanted ministers, some of them wanted plum post. And when that did not happen, this whole drama is unfolded. So this is a perennial problem. Only till we vote, the citizens are needed. Afterwards, we have no say, we have no recall. Like Nota, we should have something called a recall so that there is no tantrums that these people can throw.
Well, Dr. Neeraj on the phone line from Bangalore. Dr. Neeraj, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Faye. First of all, my compliments that you're doing a real good job as an unbiased anchor.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
My question is to Mr. Vivek Reddy.
Yes. Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Vivek Reddy, can you highlight, since you are saying that this government is non-functional since the last 6 months, there's no development happening, can you highlight out of your 104 MLAs of BJP that we have, the development works of 4 BJP MLAs that they have done in their constituency? One. Secondly, you are judging a government within 6 months of its coming into governance. Now, Modi ji himself says 5 years is not enough for you to judge a government. We need some more time. Why are there 2 different yardsticks? Is it because there are 2 different governments and you want to come into power hook or by crook in Karnataka?
Okay.
This is my question.
Fair question. Vivek Reddy, first question that Dr. Neeraj asked us, can you give us...
Well, doctor.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes.
4 MLAs and the work they have done.
Yes. I think, yes. I think Mr. Ashwath Narayan from Malleshwaram has brought in a lot of good work in Malleshwaram constituency. Mr. Ramdas from Mysore
what work has he done
excellent
specifically?
work. There are various other MLAs throughout the state of Karnataka. Mr. Ramdas has brought about change in the city. He has brought about a lot of works to redo the roads, to redo the urban infrastructure. Mr. Ashwath Narayan has done it also. Mr. Suresh Kumar from Bangalore, everybody knows Mr. Suresh Kumar's excellent work, and he does clean work and totally non-corrupt politician.
Mr. Reddy, you seem to only remember the MLAs from Bangalore.
Yes,
what about the MLAs in the rest of the state? And can you confirm to us that the work you're talking about was specifically actioned by the MLA and not by the state government or the BBMP?
Even in Hubli, I'm talking, Faye, of independent work done by MLAs. Okay. In Belgaum, there is an MLA who's come from the lawyer community, who's been elected with a lead of about 20,000. And he is also doing excellent work. So therefore, it is spread across the state. The 104 MLAs, though the government is slightly miserly in giving them the allotments and in giving them the grants, still, they have done excellent work and there is proven record for it.
Vivek
and they have been re-elected as MLAs because of that. I'll
ask the government representatives to respond to that.
Yes.
But second question, if you want to judge this government in 6 months, while the central government says 5 years is not enough, respond to that, please.
Correct. Dr. Neeraj has brought into perspective a very important question. And there are differences, Dr. Neeraj. It is so apparent that you can see. The very call given by Mr. Modi, that there is a difference between strength and helplessness, between majboor and the other word used in Hindi. Well, this itself is a pointer to the way in which these coalitions work and the way in which a strong, independent government with its own majority works. This is the difference that you see. If you look at Karnataka, you've seen in the past, in the 7 to 8 months, there is so much of circuses and tamasha that is going on, street spatting that is going on, amidst the MLAs versus the ministers, amidst the ministers versus the chief minister, amidst the leaders versus the leaders. Kumaraswamy came out 3 times and he says this is like swallowing the poison in Mahabharata, in the Vishnu Avatar story. And he said, I'm a clerk. The coalition, the bigger problem is this. To answer Dr. Neeraj, the bigger problem is this. When you put your own MLA as a personal secretary to the chief minister, then you're doubting him.
No, you're not answering the question. No, Vivek Reddy, you're not answering the question of why you expect this government to have achieved as a coalition what the central government has not achieved as a full majority. 1 second, I'll come back to the politicians, but I want Shikha Mukherjee to come in.
This is exactly what the BJP is doing.
1 second, Shikha Mukherjee is a non-political voice. Let's hear her first and then I'll come back to the other two.
Some examples of
1 second, Shikha Mukherjee, what is your reaction to Vivek Reddy's answers?
Vivek Reddy is using this as an opportunity to make a lot of statements about the coalition government. But what exactly is the work that his MLAs have done, and why the work that the MLAs have done have not been facilitated by the government is something that I have not understood. The other part of the story is, of course, that this rancor against a coalition and the fact that a coalition per se has no legitimacy is something that the BJP is trying to put across in as many different ways as possible, by citing the differences within the government, by citing the tensions within the leadership. And the fact of the matter remains that can he show me one single government or party where there are no tensions, there are no dissensions, that everyone is like a puppet in the hands of a puppeteer, master puppeteer? I mean, this is ridiculous. Why are you questioning the legitimacy of a government that has been sworn into office when there is as yet nothing to suggest, especially after what Mr. Deve Gowda, the former Prime Minister, said? There seems to be a way in which this government, through its tensions and its internal, I suppose, stresses, is working its way forward. That it does not question the legitimacy of this government. You can say that they are not doing very well, but to question the legitimacy of a coalition just because there are stresses and tensions, just because somebody is trying to poach somebody.
That's a fair point. Let me take this back to Prasad Gowda. Prasad Gowda is
obviously, Shikha Mukherjee.
Prasad Gowda, one second. Prasad Gowda, please go ahead.
You must question the legitimacy. Can I come back, Faye?
I'll come back to you, Vivek Reddy. 1 second, Mr. Gowda, please.
No, madam. Yeah, madam, our BJP friend is commenting on our Chief Minister, H.D. Kumaraswamy, and I will ask about Prime Minister Modi has got ample of time to come to Ramlila Maidan to address BJP workers meet and giving false promises to the whole country. He doesn't have time when lakhs and lakhs of farmers have come all across the country to gathered in Ramlila Maidan. He don't have time to address the farmers' problem. H.D. Deve Gowda ji has to go from Bangalore to Delhi and to Ramlila Maidan to address those farmers. And this is the way of working you people are doing.
So obviously everybody is preparing for elections because everything that is being said and done is being done with elections in mind. But Vivek Reddy, here's my question. You did talk about the fact that you said that the Chief Minister is not releasing money to MLAs from the opposition. Is the central government and the state government in Karnataka working well together? Are they working well together? Vivek Reddy?
Oh yeah, apparently, Faith. sorry, I didn't know it was for me. Apparently, the central government has ensured that all its allocations to Karnataka are substantial. In fact, the allocations to Karnataka from 2013 to 2018-19 has increased more than 250%. And Karnataka has got its share in all the various sectors. And unfortunately, the state government has not been implementing this. It has not been using this money. There have been instances of serious defaults of state government using this money at all. So this is a problem. This is a serious problem with the state government. Why have they not been able to use the money? Because they have other interests. Their interests are totally different today.
One second. Prasad Gowda, have you received money from the central government?
10 months old. Where is this?
One at a time.
Not having spent the money, right?
Shikha Mukherjee,
this is bluffing.
Let me tell you, you have not seen the tamasha here, perhaps. Or you have
Vivek
slept
Reddy,
over
everybody
all
has
this.
seen the tamasha. I promise you, this tamasha is loud enough for the rest of the country to hear.
Vivek Reddy, you've spoken enough.
One second. Everyone calm down. Everyone calm down. Sabina's
Mr. Reddy, we do not need you to preach on that.
Okay, all right. Everybody calm down. Prasad Gowda. Okay, we've run out of time and we'll come back to this discussion because obviously at the end of the day, if there's a government that is not stable, there's only one group of people who get hurt, and that is the citizen. The citizens of Karnataka need the government to start working for farmers, working for water, working for urban development in Bangalore that desperately needs that help, working to solve the problem of polluted groundwater and polluted lakes and garbage and job creation. We don't need governments to bicker. And this is all obviously being done, as we've pointed out in the past, with an eye on the general elections. Almost everything that every political party is going to do for the next several months is going to be about winning elections. But the message that should go across very clearly to all political parties is that we as citizens mean business. We're watching you. And we're not as stupid as you think.